everyone, a warm wishes to all of you. My name is Dr. Ayan Debnath. I have already explained different things about activation function in my previous videos. One of the video was based on introduction to activation function. The other videos were based on different types of activation function. And in this video, I am going to explain you some cases where you will be using a particular type of activation function, because the choice of the activation function depends on the type of the problem we are solving, and thus in different cases we are using different types of activation function. Say for example, like we already talked about sigmoid activation function, sigmoid. So where we want to use this sigmoid function, we use this sigmoid function in last layer. We don't use it in hidden layers. As I've already explained, why we don't use it in hidden layers, because it provides vanishing gradient problem, and also we use sigmoid in case of classification problem, like a kind of binary classification. Right, now coming to the next one, tan H. Tan H can be used in hidden layers. Okay, now ReLU. This is a very wonderful activation function. We can use ReLU everywhere. It can be used in hidden layers, and also it can be used in output layer or the last hidden layers also. It can be used everywhere, because ReLU, or you can also say leaky ReLU, because it is better than the ReLU. You can use it everywhere. Like we can say ReLU for life. This is a life hack for you to remember. Like if interviewer asks you like where we are using ReLU, where we are using sigmoid or tan H, then to remember these things, I am giving you this hack, ReLU for life. We can use this ReLU everywhere. We also use ReLU in case of some regression problem. Regression. In case of training CNN, convolutional neural network, we are also using ReLU. Say in case of RNN or LSTM, what we should use? We should use Swiss activation function. Or maybe we can also use JLU. Okay, this covers most of the activation functions, like the implementation of the activation functions, where we can use it, the different cases where we can use different kinds of activation function. So be smart, and you should know the theory behind choosing the activation function, why we are choosing these things, and where to use these things, and thus it will help you to do the training very smartly. You can do it very computationally, like it will be very easy if you choose the right activation function. Otherwise you will not know. Suppose if you are using sigmoid in any hidden layer, then it will go to vanishing gradient problem. It will it will not reach the global minima, and as a result, like you will not get anything. So what will happen, that if you don't know the theory, then you don't know like where to change. Like you will be knowing, you must think that the data is not right, or maybe like somewhere there is some problem, but the problem is choosing the right activation function. So in this case, like what you will do, in spite of sigmoid, you can use ReLU and it will solve your problem. Thus theoretical background is very important to know. We should know the theory, and then we should do some hands-on, so that we can get the knowledge properly, and then implementing it, making your hand dirty, will help you to learn all the things very well.